Hi guys, I'm Mosi Mosugu. Welcome to the Money Rant Show. Today we're looking at chapter 9 of the book, The Most Asked Question. Come with me on this journey as I take you through 21 chapters of this book. This is a Faith for Entrepreneurs series. Join me as we explore this book. It is my pleasure to invite you to the Money Rant Show. Hi guys, welcome again to the Money Rant Show. Today we're looking at chapter 9, The Most Asked Question. I've had several experiences, doing business that, frankly, I'm still in awe. I'm frankly still in awe. But I get this question a lot. How do you get people to stay with you for so long? Or, some pidgin English version of, this person still deal with you. Wait till they give their job. But one thing I've come to realize is that your staff, your employees, they're the lifeblood of your business. I know in the world, people say like cash is the lifeblood, but frankly, it's the human resources. There's just a way you have to deal with them and trust and trust them for them to blossom and for them to be the best they can be. And one that particularly stands out for me is there was a day, it was end of the month, and there was kind of a rough patch and there was no money to pay staff. And one of my staff walked up to me. I was like, so it's like, there's no money. I said, hi, there's no money yet, And the staff offered to pay everybody's salary. I remember leaving the main room and walking into my office with tears in my eyes because I had not heard of that before. I'm not saying people have not come and gone, but their hearts are always with me. Let me read something from the book that someone sent me as an email or SMS, I can't remember. He said, very rarely can one come across Christian directors and bosses who see their ministerial calling and organizations as one, even to consider and treat their employees as his children. You, sir, are a rare man, pastor, boss, and father. What I've learned just from watching you, sir, are more than years of studies. I know I speak the mind of all my staff when I say you are a living and walking epistle. I do ask myself, how can I be a blessing to you? Right now, I don't have a clue, but I know the time is coming and I have made it my mission to wow you. I ever respect and cherish you, sir. So, it touched me. It really touched me, this note this person sent me. And I believe that is how it ought to be with every Christian businessman. Your organization is not just where you work. I hear that a lot. Your own is to work, my own is to pay you. Have I not paid you? But it's more than that. I had a popular man of God in Nigeria say that to run a company is like being a father. And I could not agree more. There are several things I do to help people that are under me or who are under my influence. So I'll just read the points here. One, I believe the best. Bible teaches us that, love believes the best in 1 Corinthians 13. But I believe the best in the sense that I look at you and I say, okay, what are this person's talents, abilities? What are this person's giftings, callings? And I believe that with my counsel, with my, even even if the person behaves contrary, I believe with my counsel, with my influence, with the resources I make available to you, you will blossom. I invest in training and development for people. Number two, I prefer them over myself. For example, I always pay people before I pay myself. It's just something I do. I believe that's the example we should leave. I don't say it. I don't discuss it, but it's something I've always done. I prefer, before I even give my wife money, I make sure I give everybody money. So it's just a principle I've lived by, and people pick up on it. It's not something you actually even have to say. People pick up on it that, look, there's a way you have placed them. Number three is that I maintain moral authority. This is very important because you can't tell people to do something, but you're doing contrawise. You just so simply can't. So you can't tell people to love people when you're not loving people. You can't tell people to be patient when you're not patient. You can't tell people to not live ostentatious life, lavish life, when you yourself are living a lavish one, at least by the standards of people. And let me say something, why we cannot make everybody happy. Generally, we have to try to make sure that by most standards, from the people's viewpoint, not from your own viewpoint. Let me emphasize it. When you are speaking from your own viewpoint, that's just ego speaking. It's very important that you look at things from other people's viewpoint. And it is because it's only by their viewpoint that matters. You think your viewpoint matters, but oftentimes it does not. Number four is that I listen and encourage engaging discussions. I can go back to ego on this in the sense that you just want everybody to say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir to you. But you must be willing to accept contrary thoughts, opinions, contrary viewpoints to yours. Long ago, I was watching TV. I think I must have been, that was like 20 plus years ago. I was watching TV and there was a man that said, I don't employ someone who's not more intelligent than myself. I've never forgotten that. I don't know why, but I just have these things I don't forget. But he says he has never employed someone who's not more intelligent than himself. And he said, because if I'm more intelligent than you, then I don't need you. And it's a very, very key point that we let people's intelligence blossom, let their own experiences and their own what they are bringing to the table, let it come out. So an atmosphere where people are free to talk, free to express themselves, not a yes man atmosphere is very important. And lastly, I do not usurp delegated authority. So what I mean is that if I tell you you're in charge of something, I'm not going to go around and contradict your own orders because you're in charge of that thing. A lot of times I see people, because they're used to a one-man, what we call one-man company kind of mentality, where one person makes all the decisions. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, doesn't matter. This is what Oga wants. But no, once I delegate, then I don't need to know the decisions as far as it's made in good faith. And I do not usurp your decisions, no matter what. Even if I feel I have to talk about the decision you've made because I trusted you before putting you there, then I will still have to go through you and say, please, do this way, or I will consider it doing this way. I'm reminded of a story of my very, very dear manager. There was someone working in the office then, and the person had a medical issue, and she decided to make the payment for the person's medical bill. And it was a very big test for me because a lot of times it's easy to say this person's in charge, but when the person acts in their authority, you now realize whether you want the person in charge or not, if you know what I mean. But this person's medical bill was over four times his salary. And she decided that, yes, we should pay for it. I don't know, like, you should be, I mean, I'm grumbling, like, grumbling to myself, but that is what it takes for you to back somebody's decision. It may not go down well with you, but in retrospect, I'm happy we made that decision. That person was very faithful to us, very grateful to us. The person's performance improved considerably because he knew we went out of our way to take care of him and his family. So, like I've said, this is the most asked question. But if we maintain these points that I've made, you will have people committed to you. Right now, I have people who have been with me 16 years, 17 years, still with me. I'm not, there's no rope around their neck. They're here because they choose to. They're here because this is not just a business, it's a family.
Thank you for watching. I'm Mosi Mosugu, and I'll see you in the next chapter.